Larceny Standard 92 Proof versus the new big boy that just came out, Barrel Strength. Which one are we going to like better? Stay tuned, find out. All right, everybody, welcome back to 1090. I am Andy. This is Todd. We are your home for anything beer, bourbon, rock and roll. And if you don't see me in the Def Leppard t-shirt, something is wrong.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry, it's on. You know, not too long ago, we were doing our Bourbon Barrel Aged Beer Month, and we spotlighted the Larceny Bourbon and part of the Whiskeys of the Bourbon County Stout Series from 2019.
So good.
And the surprise hit from that lot was the wheat wine. And this year's wheat wine was aged in Larceny barrels from Heaven Hill. So good. And so we did a review. We enjoyed Larceny. It's a great budget bourbon.
I loved it.
Todd, you really liked it. 92 proof.
Relatively new to the whiskey scene, and I loved it.
And it's a nice, easy, smooth sipper. We really enjoyed it. You can see our video review right back here.
Link below.
But you can also check out kind of the story of John E. Fitzgerald, who was the keeper of the keys at the old rick houses back in the day and in charge of making sure that no one got to the good stuff, although he happened to have a very discerning palate. And it is known that he took some little sips here and there of some of the good stuff.
Why wouldn't you?
That included some right from the barrel strength, unchilled, uncut, unfiltered. And Larceny has just come out, Heaven Hill. They're going to do this 3 times a year with their new barrel proof Larceny bourbon. And so I'm excited to dive into this. This just came out in January. They're going to release it again, I believe, in May, and then again another in September. All of them are going to be different strengths, different barrels.
Okay.
This is going to be the A120, meaning the very first lot, January of 2020. As you can see here, this is a big boy. 123.2 is the proof on this. It is, I'm going to put a little hair in your chest there, Tom Selleck.
I'm a little scared, but I'm excited.
But Larceny is a great bourbon. For those of you who don't know much about Larceny, Larceny is a high wheat bourbon in that category with the Wellers and the Pappy. And so,
for you beer drinkers that follow us, if you had the wheat wine from Bourbon County Stout, this is the barrel, like Andy said, that it was aged in. So we have a tie into beer there still.
We always have a beer tie-in, but the beautiful thing here is that I really wanted to jump on this. This retails for about $55, $60 if you can find it. It's limited, and they're not so easy to get. So we wanted to jump on this and go ahead and say, let's put them side by side. Obviously, 2 different bourbons because this has been cut. It's down to 92 proof, where this is just straight right out of the barrel.
So when you say cut for the layman, what are you talking about?
So this is going to have a little water added to it to bring it down to 92 proof.
I see. All right. This has not.
This is
straight out of when they say barrel, there's no cut. Okay.
Straight out of the barrel, my friend. So let's start now with the
old friend,
the 92 proof standard Larceny.
See, I get butterscotch when I smell that. Is that right?
Well,
I've said it before, and
it's the same thing you said in the last video.
It smells so good. That's probably why I love butterscotch, and like this smell
is a pretty smell.
Oh, I got to figure out a way to put this in a beer too. Oh,
yeah, we'll work on that.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, you get the butterscotch. You get a little bit of that bready note coming through there.
God, it's so good.
A little toffee, but
I will say I gave this to some of my in-laws who are not huge whiskey fans. They like whiskey. They love this. Sort of the same area. It's a great intro, I guess.
Yeah, actually, that's the perfect way to say it. It's a great introductory bourbon.
They loved it. They're like, oh my gosh, that's so good.
Take a little sip.
Cheers. See, it's so smooth. You get that sort of oakiness that comes through, but that sweetness of that butter. I don't know. It's not butterscotch because that's from the barrel, I assume, right?
Well, no, you look, you get what you get as far as on the taste. And I'm with you. You get some of those toffee kind of caramel notes that are coming off of this.
I mean, again, when you think of, I'm drinking straight whiskey, completely just right out of the bottle, it warms you. Mm-hmm. You get that sort of, it's crazy that the sweetness comes from it, which is, I guess, from that high proponent of wheat that's coming in it, right?
And these are typically wheated bourbons tend to age really, really well. They want you, that sweet spot is up around a decade.
Okay.
These guys are going to be about 6 to 8 years in age and maturity. Yeah, but it's a nice little bourbon. I mean, honestly,
Fantastic.
I know you really enjoyed this.
I do.
And actually, I do too. It's a great mixer. It's a great everyday sipper.
Yeah.
But now, this guy
Tell me about this one.
is a big boy.
Okay.
Okay. So again, 3 times a year they're going to release this, which I think is fantastic. And a lot of these barrel proof series that are being released, you think of the Maker's Mark, you think of the Elijah Craig. You know, we did the barrel proof for the Knob Creek 25th anniversary, which is 11 years old, and we absolutely loved it. That was 120.5.
Crazy.
They are big, and they almost say sometimes that overwhelming smell and burn from the ethanol can fool you into thinking you've got something better because it's masking some of the deficiencies of the actual bourbon.
Interesting. Okay.
But the good ones, that doesn't happen. You're still getting a beautiful smell.
Yeah.
Still getting a well-rounded, full-bodied taste. So let's put a nose on this guy. 68 years old.
Ooh. So it's interesting. I'm trying to go back to that. It's not. So I was expecting it to burn my nostrils.
Yep.
It doesn't, though.
No. Now, this feels, even in the smell, this gives a kind of a bready note, I think.
Yes.
And you're not getting that here.
Is it weird I'm getting almost a cinnamon, too, from that?
No, not at all. This, you're kind of getting almost like this, like a slight undertone of cherry on there, like a little bit of a dark fruit that comes through.
It's not as... I'm getting a cinnamon
But
butterscotch.
there's a sweetness here that's really pretty on this barrel proof.
Ooh.
All right, let's take
right,
a little...
get enough
little
snipping,
swig.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's... Okay. Here, again, I am very new at drinking whiskey. That's nice. It's certainly, you can tell it's a bigger bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
As soon as it out of my tongue, I felt the heat, but it wasn't a bad heat, if that makes sense.
I remember your initial reaction when you drank the old granddad.
Didn't like
115.
that.
It wasn't.
Is that a reason why that? I mean,
well, again, your palate changes over time, but this is a little bit more sophisticated, I think, in just the flavor profile. Even though this is 123 proof, it's very drinkable, which is amazing. We haven't cut this with water. This is completely neat. Well, I like this a lot, actually. This is a flavor bomb.
I like it a lot, but I can definitely tell. And again, I'm relatively new. I don't have a lot of experience. This is a step up in bigness, gravity, whatever you want to call it. I can feel the burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel the burn, Bernie.
Not that it's a bad thing, but with the regular, the cut larceny, it's sweeter. It's much easier to put down. So for me, I would probably gravitate towards it. I can see why someone who loves whiskey and loves bourbons would. It's great, but it's. I couldn't drink a ton of this.
Well, no, you're not supposed to.
Okay, maybe that's the reason.
But I think it's a flavor bomb. It really is.
What kind of flavors are you getting out of it?
I'm getting some cinnamon, almost like you get some
red
definitely
hots
get the going on there.
That's
the
red hots. That's what it is. That's what it is.
You get that, and it's a real pretty kind of just finish. It doesn't linger like I'd expect it to. It doesn't have.
It doesn't kick you too. It's not an unpleasant finish at all.
Not at all.
It just lays on your tongue. That burn goes away, and you get that red hot cherry. That's exactly what it is.
This is very soft,
right?
And I think that's not like an 80 proof basil hazel. I mean, this is 92 proof. It's got a little bit of bite, but it's still very, very soft. It's a high wheat bourbon. Big Brother is just what you see is what you get. I mean, and that's what I really like about this. It is, to me, any day of the week, because I prefer this over this just because of all those flavors coming together and kind of for the price in the barrel proof category. This is a fantastic buy. I would be surprised if people didn't. If you see it, grab it, because
so this is coming out when it's out now.
It's out now. It's going to be released 3 times this year. So the Heaven Hill's plan is to go ahead and put this out 3 times a year. Each barrel difference, you're going to have a different proof. You're going to get a little bit of a difference in. So I wouldn't mind actually coming back, grab another one, and putting them side by side.
I think I see a vertical coming here.
I would like that. In fact, I would like to do all 3 of the 2020s at some point.
Happening.
But
just
for
don't
now,
drink all this.
I only found one, so I'm not sure I'm going to be
Do
able to.
not
anyway.
drink all this
we'll
between
let
the
this
third
sit
one.
right here.
Come on, Andy.
Don't
Have
worry.
some willpower.
I can do it.
Come on, guys. Comment below. Willpower.
I can do it.
Hashtag willpower.
Yeah, we'll do that. But no, this is a great offering. I love this all day long. This is great. And again, for an introductory bourbon that is affordable, this is fantastic.
my go-to.
I would take this any day of the week. Nice sitting
Yep.
bourbon. But Big Brother, well done. I'm loving it. McDonald's, man. I'm loving it.
I'm loving both.
So, we've given our scores before of this, and I know that you probably would prefer this over this, but
do.
out of the barrel system,
Well,
5
the
barrels, what do you
fact of
think?
this is, again, a newbie in the sort of bourbon world, the whiskey world, this is 60, almost 2% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Because when you think of like a 62% or 120 proof spirits, so to speak, I don't know, 4.5, right?
It's a great score.
Right?
It's a fantastic.
Because I can finish
It's
this
a fantastic
without,
No,
right?
That's a great
So
score.
it's smooth. Red Hots was, when you said Red Hots, that's exactly what I was thinking. So
I'd be fine with a 4.5. I'll mimic you. I think it's great. 4.5 is a fantastic score.
wow.
And yeah, if you see it, it's not going to last. They're going to fly off the shelves, but well worth the investment. I think it's a great bourbon. And of course, this is readily available, the 92 proof standard Larceny, a great everyday sipper. But I can't wait to see what lots 2 and 3 have in
So
store.
if you've had any of these,
Yeah,
comment
Let
below.
us
We'd
know.
love to interact and tell us what you think of each of these.
Yeah, we've got more bourbon reviews coming out on
Yes,
the way. We
promise.
got some cool series coming out that are going to be involving bourbon. So as we're diving into the bourbon whiskey world, you know us for beer, but we do some bourbon stuff too.
Good stuff.
Let us know. We'd love to interact with all you bourbon folk out there
Please.
because the two are pretty related in our books.
100%.
But if you like what you see from 21090, please hit that subscribe button, click that little bell in the corner. Going to let you know every time we got a new video. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we really liked both of the offerings from Larceny. This one's my favorite, the Barrel Proof. Todd likes the standard. You let us know what you think. And as always, cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Woo.
Well done. This is good stuff, man.
So good.
Ooh.